Hey guys, it's me again. And today I'm gonna show you how to strengthen or upgrade your weapons in the Wild Darkness. So if you don't know, there are two types of weapon, the common weapon and then the artifacts. The difference between the common weapon and the artifacts is that the common weapon's tier is determined by their blueprint, while the artifacts, as long as you have enough resources, you could keep upgrading the tier of an artifact up till 99, I believe. Now to do that, we need a very important item called the Crest of Transcendence. The Crest of Transcendence, as its description says, is used to enhance the power of an artifact. Now, if you manage to pick up a Crest of Transcendence early on in the game, I highly recommend that you trade it off with elven traders for something more useful like food or equipment. Because you can't really use the Crest of Transcendence until you get the magic equipment bench, which is, I believe, the third Ruin of Light. And even then, you won't really need to use artifacts until you beat the fourth or fifth Ruin of Light, because until then, common weapons work just as fine as artifacts. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to upgrade an artifact if you ever feel the need to do so. So you just go to your magic equipment bench and press this button. Now, other than the Crest of Transcendence, you will need a certain amount of materials, usually gold, platinum, or silver, before you can upgrade an artifact. So the way this works is that it will upgrade the tier of your artifact, which means the overall damage it does will increase. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade my Blessed Stealth Dagger. As you can see, it used to be tier 5 and now it has a +1. This can go up all the way to tier 99. Now, the downside to this is that the materials required to upgrade your artifacts are pretty rare. Gold and silver are hard to come by, and silver is quite important in crafting other workstations. Platinum is kind of a late game workstation material, and it's also very rare. The Crests of Transcendence are pretty common. You can just get them from elven traders very easily. So the only downside to this is that while you can upgrade your artifacts indefinitely, it will eat up a lot of your resources. Now, there are other ways that you can strengthen your weapons even if they're not an artifact. The most common way would definitely be the Enhanced Weapon Scroll. Unfortunately, I do not have an Enhanced Weapon Scroll. What I do have is an Enhanced Armor Scroll. The principle behind the Enhanced Armor and the Enhanced Weapon Scroll are basically the same. It will increase the suffix on an item by +1. So let's say I want to increase the plus on my golden ring. So I'll go ahead and enhance it. It will now be golden ring +2. So what it does is that it gives it a little bit more bonus. I think it plus 0.1% health. It's not a lot. However, the bonus it gives per +1 suffix changes depending on what you upgrade. For example, my Captain's Armor +7. As you can see, the health is now plus 34.1%. It used to be like around 20%, so the increase is much greater for plate mails and chest plates as compared to a ring. Unfortunately, the suffix does have a cap or a limit. For example, my Captain's Armor +7 can only be upgraded to +7. So is my Crown of Power 5. That's why I didn't use the Enhanced Armor Scrolls on them. So let me show you real quick what happened. So Captain's Armor +7. Failed to use spell, because that is the maximum amount of suffix you can get. It works similarly with weapons. Weapons can have a suffix added to them, so +1, +2, +3. The next way to strengthen your weapon is, of course, by attaching a magical power to them. Here, I have a magic essence. Magic essence comes in different forms. You can get them by clearing bushes, killing monsters, boss drops, chests. They're basically rare drops from anything you do. The good thing about magic essence is that you can use it whenever, wherever, and on whatever you want. Since I'm very satisfied with the magics on all of my equipment, I'm gonna go ahead and use it on this blunt iron weapon. The downside is you will never know what the magic essence will give you. It could be a bad magic or a good magic. Okay, I got creeping poison this time. So what creeping poison does is that it adds a toxic cloud effect to the weapon. So if I hit someone with this weapon, there is a chance for a toxic cloud to spawn, 7.5%. Okay, this could be considered a double-edged sword since I could also be damaged by the poison. There are magics where it will simply weaken you like a debuff. Others where as soon as you equip the weapon, it will damage you. Some will give you life steal, others will give a bonus element damage to your weapon, which is really good. So it's always a gamble when you use a magic essence to upgrade your weapons. Now this next method is kind of like an artifact upgrade. You can even use this on common weapons. So this next method is to upgrade your weapon using a vision blueprint. Now what the vision blueprint does is that it will instill a magic power into your weapon. It's important to note that the magic power that's given by the vision blueprint and the magic power that's given by the magic essence are completely different. They have a different set of choices to get from. The vision blueprints are usually better and most of the time very powerful or beneficial. So I'm gonna go ahead and use it on my blessed lumberjack axe because it's the cheapest. So I'm gonna go ahead. It requires some materials, usually ores or ingots and manamote. And now it's upgraded to rare. This means my lumberjack's axe has... Okay, wow, that's really good. Lifesteal. That is freaking amazing. So as I said, the vision blueprint gives it a powerful buff. Usually good, and as you can see, lifesteal, of course good. 17% chance to occur, absorbs 25% of the damage. That is a hella good. So if you can do the vision blueprint and you have a weapon or artifact that you haven't put magic on, I highly recommend using the vision blueprint instead of the magic essence. Now, this last method I'm about to tell you is the best method. The final method is the Artisan's workbench. The Artisan's workbench is a special room inside a dungeon. It looks like an empty room with a normal looking anvil with a hammer. To use it, you'd need to find an Artisan's notebook that is located in the same level or the same floor in that dungeon. Now what it does is that you can use the Artisan's notebook to give magic powers and +1 suffix to one of your weapon. It's the best of both worlds. It can assign a magic power and it will enhance your weapon, which is crazy good. I highly recommend that if you find this early on in your game, like maybe the first 100 days, don't use it. Save it for tier 4.5 or tier 5 weapons, or save it for your artifact, because that will make the best of it. If you don't want to forget where it is, you can simply click on your level and then write down a memo. Like maybe type there, this dungeon, blah blah floor. Then you can easily remember where to find it again if you need to. Now it's important to note that you can only get one Artisan's notebook per Artisan's workbench. So unless you're lucky enough, and I'm not even sure if it's possible, to stumble across 2 of these rooms in one run, you will really need to save this Artisan's workbench upgrade for your best weapon. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's all the ways that you can upgrade or strengthen your weapons. If there's something else that I missed, just tell me and I'll look into it. And till next time.